Shoestring Jay, and welcome back to my channel where you find me in the car. And welcome to day 6 of Vlogmas. And I'm not being as organised as I had hoped to be. I think the only way to really do Vlogmas is to film ahead and schedule 2 or 3 ahead, so that when life happens, which it inevitably does, doesn't it, and you're busy, that you've got something filmed. So life happened yesterday. We went to see Wicked. I told you in my last video we'd got bargain tickets through Prime to go to the cinema, and we decided to go and see Wicked because Justin had never seen the stage show, but I saw it and loved it, and I've always liked the soundtrack. So we went to see part 1. Very long film, really just a great film. I didn't feel like it was a long film. It was really, really fun. I just went and treated myself to a coffee, which I'm annoyed about because I forgot to bring my reusable cup. I wasn't really planning to have a coffee. But I am waiting outside the dentist because I've got a dentist appointment this morning. So we stayed over at Justin's mum after we'd been to see Wicked, and because the dentist is here, it's this side of town, so it seemed to make sense. So we did that, and then I had a whole load of stuff to go to the charity shop, and it's currently, I think, 9:45. My appointment is at 10:15, and I'm not going to go in before because they are always running late, so I'm not going to sit there. I may as well sit here and talk to you. So I popped into the charity shop, got a load of stuff, and just was looking at all of the secondhand Christmas stuff and how that they'd pulled things together to make little gift sets. It was really good in there. They were secondhand, the things that they pulled together, but they'd pulled them together in a kind of structured way. Like for children, you could have a couple of little teddy bears and a book about teddy bears and a couple of other things. They even put some sweets in them, and I think they were, as it will show on the video, I think they were £3 each, and they had adult female gift bags and adult male gift bags and baby gift bags, and they even had pet gift bags, which was really quite cute. I mean, they are the cat protection. It's the local cat rescue that ran that shop. It's one of my favourite shops because they don't have a lot of storage and they don't overcharge as a consequence, so they want to get stuff through. But they're also organised. They happen to run the post office, for example. So they run the post office. It used to be in there, closed down for a bit, and then when they took over the shop, they reinstated the post office in there, and it's busy, so you get people in there doing their post. People like me who sell online, it's really handy. You can go in there, buy your stock, and then post the stuff that you've sold as well. So anyway, it's not really that close to me now that we've moved. So as I say, yes, I've got a dentist appointment, so I will show you what I found in the charity shop, but I do need to keep an eye on the time. What I did was I wasn't planning really to buy anything much, but I did pick up a couple of secondhand decorations and some things, and I'll show you them. But it just occurred to me that, I always say this, secondhand gifting is fine. I don't know why people have an issue with secondhand gifting. And I haven't bought all of my stuff secondhand this year because I want to buy people something that they want, and I'm not necessarily going to find what they want secondhand. So I haven't done a lot of that. I have done years where I've done exclusively secondhand gifting because I was not on a secondhand year completely. So I said to everyone, you're getting a secondhand gift. And if I couldn't get them a secondhand gift, I got them a gift voucher for a charity shop or a gift voucher for somewhere that sold secondhand stuff, that kind of thing, trying to stick with the theme. But this year I haven't done that. But it did occur to me that if you are short of cash and you find a good little treasure of a charity shop like that, you can really buy everything. They had gift sets, they had lovely little things that you could use as gifts, like nice jewellery. They had some really nice jewellery, and not too expensive. They had obviously clothing, they had decorations, as I say, all sorts of things. I bought myself a tablecloth for the Christmas table. Everything. You could have done Christmas in there if you were on a really, really tight budget, or if you just like the idea of not buying new loads of rubbish from China and you want to reuse the stuff that's already exists and is already on the planet, which I do a lot. Obviously I do. I did buy a couple of things for my book groups. I'll show you those as well when I get back. But as I say, I am waiting for the dentist. I'm only having a checkup. I'm hoping they won't find anything wrong with me. Last time I had to have a real filling repair here, and I'm hoping it looks like it's standing up. They said really truly you should have a root canal and get that capped off, and I really didn't want to. It was going to be like £680 because although it started out as an NHS dentist, sorry my camera works a bit wobbly, it then changed. They said they weren't given enough government funding to keep it NHS for everybody, so unless you were on benefits or pension credit, you had to go over to their private package, and you could have signed up for like a regular monthly thing, and we decided not to. We decided to just, you know, play it by ear and see what happens. So at the moment I pay for my checkups, which is £65. So they said that they were going to try and match the NHS fees, but they've gone up in lots of areas because the hygienist started out at about £65 as well. And they always try and push you to go and book yourself with the hygienist. This time I went to book myself in and it was £120. And I thought, I actually don't need a hygienist that much. It makes going to the dentist completely unaffordable. I can't afford to pay £120 to get my teeth scraped or whatever. So, I mean, my plan was to do it, you know, right, to keep costs down, to just do that once a year. But when I saw that price and how much it had gone up, I just thought, no. The dentist that was there before was a single dentist. He did it for years. I was part of his practice for about 30 years. And he never had a hygienist, and I survived. So every now and then he'd give your teeth a scrape, so that was fine. So I think it's just important to go for my checkups. They don't keep me off their list because they are obviously very oversubscribed, as everybody is, all the dentists are. Although, as I say, it's not an NHS dentist anymore. Anyway, better stop rabbiting. I will go in there, do that, go home, and then I'll show you what I've bought and talk a little bit more about secondhand gifting. There we go, I'm back out of the dentist, £124 lighter. That was for my, well, I had my checkup today. I had an x-ray on one tooth that's got a big crack along it. And she said, really, truly, you should be looking at getting this crowned. I haven't got £650 spare. To be honest, I'd rather spend that on a carpet for the house. So she said, but if you leave it too long and it goes and it breaks, then that's it. You won't be able to get it crowned. So I think I'll just risk it and just get it taken out, because that's so much money, isn't it? Having said that, I might start a little fund, if I can, start a little tooth fund, but because I've got on the other side as well, which she said the same thing about, but she managed to save it with a filling, but she's not sure if the filling's going to last forever. 6 months on, it's fine. It's the same tooth on the other side, a big tooth at the bottom, and it's just wear and tear, you know, it's just age. But the other thing was, because I was moaning about the cost, and I said I didn't book the hygienist because they quoted me online £120, and I just thought that was ridiculous. And she said, oh, well, you shouldn't. She said that is the top end, but really you can get it done for £75. It's a kind of it's like a real deep clean or just a clean kind of thing. So I said, well, you know, it's just still too much at the moment. And she said, well, actually, we do have some students working here at the moment, some student hygienists. You can get it done for £35. So I've booked myself in for January for one of the students to do my teeth, my hygienist, for £35. So I thought I might as well do that while I've got students there. And I think they don't tell you about this. I think it's just because I was moaning, and I said, you know, I'm not poor enough to get my NHS dentistry, but I'm also not rich enough to pay your private prices. You know, it's such a lot of money. I'm self-employed and I'm on a low income. So she obviously felt sorry for me and booked me in with the students. So result. Anyway, off home now. So I'm home now. Before I do anything else and before I forget, I'm going to do my reverse advent calendar. So as you will know, if you've been watching me, I am putting something in a bag every day rather than taking a chocolate out of an advent calendar for the Trussell Trust for the food bank. So today I'm going to put in a can of chopped tomatoes because they're always handy, aren't they? So let's stick them in my very heavy bag now with the other things. So yeah, getting a good bag going there. I think what I'll do is, rather than have to take it down to the food bank, the main food bank, we have like a collection once a week here. So I will try and remember to actually go and put them in, so it might not be in one go into that collection. So something I need to remember to do, because I think they only do it like Thursday mornings or something like that. Anyway, back from the charity shops, I went to 2 in the end. I dropped a load of stuff off and picked up some kind of Christmassy stuff, and I was very heartened in the last one I went into to see a family clearly buying all of their Christmas decorations in the charity shop. They bought a 6-foot tree, they bought some lights, and they bought a whole load of baubles. Proves my point. You don't need to spend a lot of money on Christmas. So they look very pleased with themselves. Anyway, let's see what I got. I bought some presents. I bought some things for here, and I bought some gifts. So the first gift I bought is because my daughters will insist that I buy presents for the animals. I don't think the animals really care. Archie thoroughly enjoys opening presents, but you could really give him one of his current toys. I bought this for the cats. As you know, my cats will insist on ripping up the carpets, so I'm buying as many as I can. This was an absolute bargain because it's barely used. It was £3, and it's got one of those kind of self-groomer bits underneath, so they can push themselves through and give themselves a little bit of a brush while they're there. Just as Zufari it is, it's just, I mean, it's perfect. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. So I probably won't wrap that up. Or if I do, it'll be for the benefit of my daughters. The cat's already had a little sniff around it just now. So £3, that was an absolute bargain. And then, let's see what else I bought. So one of my daughters is actually looking at this. So one of the things I got, I won't show you, but it was a book. Because I know she watches my Vlogmas. But I had to buy a book I had to find a book for my book group, and I actually ended up buying a couple. Right, that's the one for one of my daughters. That was £1, and I won't show you that. I always buy them a book or two to go in, kind of in their stocking. That's another book. Right, for my book groups, I bought, when it's supposed to give one, I bought two because I wanted to have a look and see which one was the best, and they're only £1 each. So one of them is Antonia Fraser, and this is her biography. So she's called it My History because she is a well-known writer of history. So she does a lot of the queens and a lot of women in history, and she's a very good writer and researches well and everything. So this is her story. I thought that was interesting. So it could be that one, or it might be this one. Diana Athill, I think that's how you pronounce her name. And she's an old actress, isn't she? Alive, Alive, Oh, and Other Things That Matter. And it says, what matters in the end? In the final years of life, which memories stand out? So she's writing this from her retirement home in Highgate in her 100th year. And she recalls her childhood and the things that happened in her life. And I thought, I think she's an actress. Let's have a look. Oh no, she's a writer. She's a writer. So one of those, I'm not sure. So I might give the other one to someone else once I've decided. I bought another book as well as a present. So there's somebody that I buy presents, a friend's daughter, we always buy her something little. And I bought her one book already, and I got her this because although she's actually stopped being vegan now, she's still vegetarian. But I thought it's a beautiful book. And it's Rose Elliott. Now I've got a lot of Rose Elliott vegetarian cookbooks. Oh, it looks lovely. Lemon cheesecake. Have a look at this first. She makes a cheesecake with coconut milk because it's quite sort of full fat, isn't it? White nut roast with herb stuffing. It's actually a really lovely book, so I'm going to have a really good look at this before I give it. But it's a hardback book, really, really nice. Perfect. I mean, who's going to mind getting a second-hand book that's in this kind of condition? I don't think anybody is. And then that's it as far as gifting went. So I mainly just bought books. But honestly, they were full of books. I'll show you some clips of both the charity shops, just quick clips, and you can see just how much Christmas stuff there is in there. I bought this very silly decoration just to go on one of the shelves for ourselves. I think it was only £2 originally. £2 from, I don't know where it was from originally, probably somewhere like Home Bargains. I thought it was a bit of fun. And they very kindly they wrapped these up for me. I just thought these were cute to go on our tree. They're potpourri holders actually, but they're vintage Christmas bauble. They still actually smell. I've still got some smell to them, and there's two of those. And I am going to get the decorations out either later today or tomorrow, so I can start decorating the tree. Aren't they cute? So they were £1 each, I think, those ones. I can't remember how much they charged me for that other little one. And then I bought, what was this finally? I got some, oh no, oh yes, I got this for my daughter because it's got an R on it. I thought she might like that on her tree. Rebecca. And just another little fabric decoration. I just like to buy a few baubles when I see them. I like the old sort of old-fashioned ones. And then I bought this really nice, thick, vintage Christmas tablecloth. It's really big. I love it. That's really nice. It's in really good condition. It's really thick. I don't know who made it, but it's a good quality one. So yeah, I can't remember how much that cost either. I didn't spend that much in that shop. I think I spent £13.50 altogether. So that's included the cat scratcher. And the second shop I went into, I just bought, what did I buy? Oh, I bought some curtains that I'm going to resell, some 80s curtains I'm going to resell, and one of those books. I can't remember which one now. I can't remember. Oh no, I bought the one for my daughter for Christmas for £1. So yeah, I didn't get much in the second charity shop, but it's always worth a look. But it just really made me smile when I saw those people buying their whole Christmas decorations, all of them, in the charity shop, because it just proves my point. You don't have to go to the garden centre and buy fancy stuff and actually spend a fortune to make your house look nice and bright and Christmassy, and you don't have to go and spend loads of money in places like Home Bargains and B&M buying a load of plastic rubbish from China. You might as well look for nice old vintage things. That's what I like. Anyway, so that is what I bought today, and that's my reverse advent calendar, and that's it for today. So that's today's Vlogmas. I've just about recovered from what the dentist told me about the cost of a crown, and I'm just going to decide what to do. I think probably I'll just hope it doesn't break anytime soon, and perhaps put a little fund together. But there's two really. I mean, this filling might not last forever. On one side that she did 6 months ago, which was a very damaged tooth, and then this one, you can see it's got a real line across it. So what do? Two big teeth, the opposite teeth. What would you do? Let me know. Let me know in the comments what you would do. And also let me know what you've bought that's secondhand for Christmas, and whether you've bought secondhand Christmas gifts. See you then. Bye for now.